Hello, wonderful people of the internet. Welcome back to the Anthony Morris Returns channel. My name is Chaka, and I'm very pleased once again to be joined by the never been JW, but activist in the JW, in the ex-JW community, I should say, Arthur Weber. Arthur, welcome back to the channel.
Thank you, Chaka. Nice to be back.
And in this video, Arthur and I are going to be giving you the most possible explanation as to what's in the mysterious August 2024 edition of the Watchtower. And we're going to talk about this in more detail after the intro.
But you can't do that, said one of the critics.
It doesn't bother me. Really? Again? Really?
Look at that little enemy of God.
Somehow we dilly-and-dally, takes us years, and we wonder why.
What are you waiting for?
Arthur, where do we begin with the August 2024 edition of the Watchtower?
Well, obviously, we will begin with the fact that the last released study edition of the Watchtower, the July 2024 issue, was posted on jw.org in mid-April. I remember I downloaded the magazine, the PDF, on April 17th.
Right.
So this means that in mid-May, we should have received the August edition.
Right.
But we didn't. And now we received some update on this mysterious issue.
Right.
In the June announcements and reminders, the S-147 form for June 2024. And there was an announcement. Could you bring up the announcement, please?
So this is the S-147. So for those who are unfamiliar with this, this is a document that's sent to congregation elders every month with instructions. So the way it's made up is there's instructions specifically for all the elders. Then there is a list of instructions for specific elders. So there's instructions in this case for the coordinator, the service overseer, and then at the end, as an appendix, there is then announcements for the congregation that are read out to the congregation. So as you were saying, Arthur, in this particular instance, this announcement is specifically for the service overseer, correct?
Yep.
So let's have a look at that announcement. That's number 4 for the service overseer. So it says August 2024 study edition of the Watchtower. Production of the August 2024 study edition of the Watchtower has been delayed. As a result, congregations are likely to receive their shipments of printed copies of the September 2024 and October 2024 issues of the Watchtower before the August 2024 issue. Congregations that do not receive the August 2024 issue of the Watchtower in time to study it in October will receive further direction. Please share this information with the literature servant.
This was the announcement that we received from the branch, and obviously all branches received this announcement because it's a global issue.
Yeah.
And of course, before the magazine is received by the congregations in print and released in the library section of jw.org and JW Library, we can see 2 months prior, usually, the cover of the publication.
Right.
And as you will see in this video, we already have on the jw.org website the covers for the September and the October 2024 issue of the study edition of the Watchtower. Right. But the August issue is missing.
Right.
I suspect it's just my personal 2 cents to this issue. I suspect that the August issue was present on the jw.org website. I mean, the cover art, but it has since been removed because it might be replaced with a different cover picture.
Right. And shall we just illustrate to the audience what you mean there by the cover art is already available on jw.org? And this is very technical, so Arthur, I'm going to rely on you to explain how we've got these images and why they're definitely legit. So
Someone, the thing when you go on the jw.org website, you have for each publication that little thumbnail on the website. These thumbnails are stored in the content management system on the back end of the jw.org website.
right.
And in IT specialist lingo, they are called assets. So all these pictures and these multimedia elements that are shown on the website, they are called assets.
Right.
And these assets
Yeah.
are stored in the content delivery network, or CDN, part of the jw.org website.
And just to illustrate what you were saying there, Arthur, so this is where this link that I've brought up onto the screen. I don't know if you can see the link, Arthur, or the URL.
I know, of course, I know what the URL we were talking about,
yeah.
because we've talked about before we went live.
Exactly.
But
So
the question is whether our audience sees the URL.
Right. So if I'm just gonna have a look. Yeah, I think the audience can see the URL because I can see it from here. So this is where you would see the cover art for the August 2024 Watchtower, but it's blank. It says not found. It's blank.
Exactly.
Whereas if we move to the next tab I've got here, this is the artwork using the same methodology that Arthur has just described. This is the artwork for the September 2024 Watchtower. And it even says when these articles are going to be studied.
Yeah, so it's definitely the legit, approved, governing body approved cover art for the September issue.
Yeah, so the September issue will be studied from November the 13th to December the 8th, 2024. And if we cross over into the next tab, you've got the artwork for the October 2024 Watchtower. And then this will be studied from December the 8th, or is it December the 9th, 2024 to January the 5th, 2025.
Exactly.
And this aligns with the announcement that's been given to service overseers that they are going to receive the September issue and the October issue before they receive the August issue of the Watchtower.
But there's one more thing. Since we have now in June the cover for the October issue, it means that usually these covers are posted to the content delivery network 4 months prior the month of the issue of the said magazine. So obviously, if there had been an August issue, it should have been available as early as April.
Right. Yeah, right.
So 2 months ago, if this delay is a last-minute resort, it means that there has been an August issue that was approved for printing, and that process was halted.
Yes, and I think what we should do, Arthur, is well, I don't know whether we should do this, but we're gonna do it anyway. We are going to show you what we think the actual Watchtower looked like that was gonna be, or the cover of the Watchtower that was gonna be the August 2024 issue. So this is what the artwork was going to look like before they scrapped the production of this Watchtower. And this Watchtower was meant to be studied from October the 7th to 2024 to November the 10th.
and will be
2024.
and obviously the articles in the final version of the August Watchtower will be studied during the month of October.
Yeah,
But let
exactly.
me give a bit of a backstory for our viewers here. So this picture, this is actually a screenshot from a post by a user on Reddit. Because I admit I didn't try to download. I didn't look ahead to the August cover back in April, so I didn't know that there was an August issue prepared for release back in April.
Yeah.
But since this user has this image, it's the same format and size as the other assets. So
Yeah.
300 times 250 or something pixel little thumbnail downloaded from the JW.org website.
Yeah. Yeah.
But since the governing body has decided to delay the production of this magazine, they obviously removed the asset from the website. So that's why today it's not reachable anymore.
Yeah. So I think we need to clarify a couple of things. So I saw this post as well on X, Twitter, and on Reddit. And I saw it on his feed on Twitter and on Reddit. And I think there was a comment there to say this is going to be the cover for the August 2024 Watchtower, and there was a bit of speculation as to the contents. I don't think, based on what you're saying, Arthur, I don't think this is what the August 2024 Watchtower is going to look like. I think they have scrapped the production of this particular issue, and the cover is going to look different, and the contents are going to be different from the contents that were originally going to be in this issue that was meant to be produced, that should already have been on the website.
Exactly. So I also agree with you that there it's 100% sure that the governing body has approved some last minute changes to the August issue.
Yeah. So I think let's speculate a little bit in terms of what is going to be in this August 2024 issue of the Watchtower. So the post where I saw this, I initially saw this thumbnail. There was like this speculation that there was going to be an article about how to treat disassociated ones. I'm not sure. I don't think that's going to be the case. The reason why I'm saying I don't think there's going to be anything new in terms of the organization's doctrines and policies is that the current governing body, they never announce any new doctrines and policies through the Watchtower. Or originally, it eventually does make it into the Watchtower, but
only
it initially
after it's announced at the annual meeting, of course.
Exactly. So it would usually be annual meetings, and now very, very recently, they've actually started using governing body updates, as was the case with governing body update number 2 for 2024. They announced serious doctrine on policy changes using a governing body update. So I think that trend is only going to continue, where it's either annual meeting or governing body update. So I don't think they're going to put anything brand new in a Watchtower before we hear it from the lips of the governing body members.
Totally agree.
In terms of what's actually in the Watchtower, well then, I'm going to give my speculation up, and then you can also, if you want to, you can also speculate with me. I think what is going to be in that Watchtower is based on the governing body update number 2, 2024 by Mark Sanderson, where he explained the new policies around how to treat disfellowshipped ones, the judicial committees, and all that. I think that's what's going to be there. And governing body update number 2 came out in March, right? Governing body update number 2 for 2024 came out in March. So at that point, they would have already have finalized the Watchtower for August 2024. And this is why they've scrapped it. Because now they realize, okay, we need to publish this as soon as we possibly can. So they've scrapped whatever was meant to be in this Watchtower and inserted what the message from governing body update number 2 2024.
Yes, yes, that's 100% correct. And there was another opinion circulating that they might uh, have to publish something that's not yet announced at the annual meeting, and they will announce at the annual meeting, and they didn't want the information to contradict what's prepared for the annual meeting.
I think that's that that theory probably has some legs. I think the only thing the only argument I would make with that is that, you know, there are too many people involved in the production of the Watchtower.
Yeah.
And if the governing body want this announcement to really just come directly from the governing body, putting it in a Watchtower is not the way to do it, because there's I don't know, hundreds, if not thousands, of translators, just translators across the world that are involved. And then there's IT people. There's, you know, you're talking maybe tens of thousands of people.
And it's about the privacy of the new information and so on.
Yeah.
And they don't want the fresh new light to be leaked like this, because they already have the experience with how information gets leaked from vessels worldwide.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I know how terrified they are, especially when we had a few years ago leaked footage from unfinished video. So you had unfinished green screen material and so on leaked from Bethel.
It's spiritual food at the improper time.
yeah. It's spiritual food in the making.
Spiritual food in the making. Yeah, it's still in the kitchen. Yeah. So yeah, basically I think we both agree, Arthur, that I don't think there will be anything brand new in the August 2024 Watchtower. But it is interesting, though. It is an interesting point, because the first article will be studied right after when is the annual meeting? Let me not.
The first Saturday in October.
The first Saturday, and what's the date? The first Saturday will be the 5th.
The 5th.
And it seems like that article, the first article in the August Watchtower, will be studied right after, because it goes from October the 7th, so right after the annual meeting. So it is a good speculation to say, oh, they want to put something in there that was from the annual meeting. But I for the privacy reasons we've talked about, confidentiality, I don't think that's going to be the case.
It's straightforward,
it's straightforward, yeah. It's straightforward, yeah. So I think maybe our message to the viewers is, one thing I was just thinking about is, you know, when I was a Jehovah's Witness, we didn't care. Even right up until I left, and I was an elder when I left, we didn't care what was going to be in an article that's like a few months away. But in the ex-JW community, we actually know we're actually way ahead of the Jehovah's Witnesses, because most Jehovah's Witnesses have probably not even noticed that the August 2024 Watchtower is not on the website. But we notice, and it's good that we notice these things. It just shows that when you're an actual Jehovah's Witness, they keep you so busy that you can't even you don't have any time to think. So it is quite interesting. Yeah. But I think the overarching message is that we shouldn't get too excited, because there's nothing spectacular that's going to be in that article that we don't already know.
Exactly.
Or that's going to be in that edition and in those series of articles.
As we have learned during the meetings and while we were Jehovah's Witnesses, is be patient.
Exactly.
Because food comes at the proper time.
Absolutely. Said like someone who's never been a JW. Sorry, I just had to say that, Arthur. Okay, so that's all me and Arthur have for you on this video. Viewers, please don't forget to like this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to the Anthony Morris Returns channel, and please share these videos if you think that they are going to be useful for everyone. And Arthur, thanks very much for joining me and for helping me put this video together with your research. It's very, very much appreciated.
Sure thing.
So, are you gonna sign us out, Arthur?
Well, it is my privilege now to welcome Brother Stephen Lett, a member of the governing body, to give his closing remarks.
That makes me think of the atheist who arrogantly said, I don't need God. I don't need anybody. I don't need anything. And then he took a deep breath.
But you can't do that, said one of the critics.
That doesn't bother me. Really? Again? Really?
Look at that little enemy of God.
Somehow we dilly and dally, takes us years, and we wonder why.
What are you waiting for?